Okay, testing, 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 testing. Okay, we're going live. Going live, 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 live. Okay, test, test, test. Okay, that's good. Unless I go loud, it should be fine. Greetings, Leo. Thank you, brother, for being here. And I thank all of you for joining this live recording, this live broadcast on Christos Avatar. And I do this every day, so come again sometime. Yeah. Tonight we're going to be about the best spiritual growth tips and being your higher self in 2022, Holy Ones. Because spiritual growth, well, it's the spiritual that we're trying to grow. Your spiritual side, your spiritual aspect. Because certainly you're more than just the physical aspect. There's other aspects to you. And this is the growth, not this growth of the body, no, the spirit's growth. So we were trying to get the spirits to grow, basically to expand, become greater than what you are now, become your highest version, have this connection to your own higher self. Okay? Spiritual grow, you're growing upwards in frequency, in consciousness, in understanding, even in biology and matter form. You're developing them upwards. They're all expanding and growing. You're going through spiritual growth. You're trying to expand greater than what you are now. Okay? Wow, check that out. The new you. Okay? Or this you. This is how much consciousness you can hold. But when you expand, grow spiritually, spiritual growth, you're going to have more energy, more consciousness, more spirit. Machiwa. It's a natural process, and we just talk about what is God. We talk about our reality and how that all fits, how we fit in it, and how these other beings fit in that system, multi-dimensional system. Now you understand the multi-dimensional and density system. You can point your finger and say, look, that being is so-and-so from this level of reality. Now you, excuse me, you don't just talk about other worlds and ETs and, well, what dimension? What density? Okay? This matters. It tells you where, how you walk into a mall and they have this map. You are here. Or an airport does this. You are here. Well, same with the spiritual growth. You are here, but you're going to move forward or upward, higher to your higher self. Excuse me, let me get a drink of water. Just the human biological, excuse me. Just because we're live doesn't mean I'm going to force you to have to experience everything. So, you want to grow. You don't want to stay here in one place. And you certainly don't want to go, like, say we're going this way. You don't want to go backwards. You want to go forwards. You want to progress. It's kind of like you don't go to school so you can get worse. You're not trying to improve yourself to get worse. Most humans are thinking of how to improve themselves, how to expand, how to grow. And while you can grow your body, you can grow your mind, right? You can grow your emotions. You can grow your spirit. This is spiritual growth. We're expanding beyond what we are now. We're growing. Grow then, holy ones. Go learn new knowledge. Learn how to run more current. Because as a spiritual being, you're also psychic. Maybe not now. Maybe you're going to train that. Don't have to be born psychic. You can expand here. Train it. And why stick with just one? Grow your different spiritual psychic abilities. They're perceptions. And you are going to go beyond the 5 senses. Okay? You're going to go into multidimensional senses. And that's another reason why we go and go through the trouble of explaining the structures of reality. So you can understand those things. Okay? Because we are almost always dealing with a microcosm. Okay? See that beautiful picture? Of the macro. Okay? So we can learn the macro so we can learn us down here. The microcosm, macrocosm. We're a reflection of that. It reflects down while it gets smaller in form. We're down here. While the higher beings, our higher self, is up here. We want to grow from here to there. Wow. So go and ascend. Go on a spiritual journey. Go on a spiritual path and extend. Ascend. Whoa, we're spiritually growing. Wow, check that out. Ascend. There is an ultimate goal. You don't just, like, if you want to go to fitness, your ultimate goal is to get into shape, get into form, get into strength. Well, a spiritual growth, a spiritual path is meant to what? Is it about your soul? Okay, that's what most people in religion and New Age believe. We're neither. We're guardian, we're love and light, we're the Blu-ray, we're the Elohai, the guardians. Giving this information back. I'm a student of Ashiana Dean. She's my teacher, some of your teacher. And she teaches about ascension, about indigo children. I teach ascension, indigo children. I'm her student. I'm also sharing this knowledge from my contribution. So, but I always put her link in my videos. You can see her below, her name. You can find lots of videos, man. It will keep you busy for years. So anyways, come back here and realize that we're the modern, like she was from 16. She's come out publicly last around this 2016. There was those also, you remember the Project Camelot videos? But besides that, she's gone. Who knows? So we don't wait around and do nothing, you guys. We're indigos. We have powerful and, well, first of all, we have very important goals and tasks. We're part of the spiritual ascension. We got to get our stuff together. We got to get our shit together, okay? We wake up so we can wake up others. Some of you are part of that. But we also have beginners at spirituality, and we're just talking about the best spiritual growth would be through your chakra. This is how you truly grow. When you got to sit here and learn about chakra, wow, what's that? What's that? Those are places on your body, but this is, we're pointing to your location of your spiritual anatomy, your psychic anatomy. Those spheres of energy are along your vertical. Imagine a pole going down your body. Well, that's where your chakras are going to line up, right in the middle. Now, you're going to become aware of them now. You become aware of these centers. They're vortexes of energy. subtle current energy. Like you hear people talk about people's aura. You have an aura around you in different colors, right? Well, some people can see that. And even if you're, for example, if you're not born with that opened, awakened, activated, initiated, well, you can do it now. Come in this life, go on a spiritual journey, go through spiritual growth, and expand and become a literal greater being than which you were before. And what is greater consciousness? It's one that has more knowledge, more energy, more spirit. It went through more than you. It downloaded more than you. It has more movies and videos than you. You see, more experience, literal experience in the time matrix. We have this, they have this experience. You want this experience. Those of you, anyways, at least, right, who are on a spiritual path, you're trying to, you can do this spiritual growth through knowledge and like learning stuff and running current. So that means you're going to practice. It's kind of like it's an obvious thing. You're going to be practicing meditation. You're going to be learning how to quiet the mind, how to focus on chakra, how to visualize chakra, how to move them, how to balance them. This is all done with your consciousness. You don't need crystals or anything, but you could use them. I always have one within reach. Right here, right here, right here is a crystal. I got one. My other ones are farther than here. Crystals. You are energy being. Here's an energy being. Connect. Co-create. Learn. Put Shiva. This is hundreds of millions of years old. I have a crystal here that's almost 2 billion years old. Mokoye. Of course, it wasn't carved 2 billion years ago. Someone carved it into a circle. But this is crystal is super ancient, man, compared to these ones. This one is probably older than all of them together. Maybe. I don't know. But this one's at least a billion, between 1 billion and 2 billion. So, and we're talking planetary, time scales. So, we're used to, grandma's almost 85. Well, no, we're talking not thousands of years. Millions, billions of years. So, my chiwa, imagine this consciousness and connect to it, human. You were energy beings. You have an energy system. You're going to learn it. Yeah, some of them aren't in the middle of your body. Like you have one, we all have them in our chakra palms. We all have them in our feet. We have them along our body in different locations. And outside your body. Not on your body somewhere, but beyond. Above, either way above or below. I mean, above or below. There is one that's really huge. Chakra. This is part of your spiritual growth. Like, if you want to go fast, the fastest way is through your chakra. Because it's all about your chakra. So when you sit there and start focusing on it, something gets done faster than normal. So you're going to go through spiritual growth by learning and working on chakra. Okay? How else can you do that? Well, put intention to connect to higher beings, to connect to your higher self. Hello, that's a whole treasure trove of knowledge and energy, protection, love. Why not connect to your higher self? And just so you know, if you're down here and there's many of you laterally and vertically, well, machiwa, you're many. You're many beings inside of one, but perceiving an individual. Of course, God is God, and God is all. God is aware of all, but parts of itself has been, what do you call, contracted, distorted as well. Not just contracted, but when it got contracted, it got distorted, twisted. Don't you see some twisted consciousness down here? You see some dark stuff, shit. So you know there is some distorted consciousness that's creating that dark stuff. And maybe some of that dark consciousness is you. But if you're on a spiritual journey, hopefully not. We might have this connection problem, guys. It happens on YouTube or this internet. Sorry. It comes and goes. Machiwa. It's weird because when I'm on fire, there's very few people online. Machiwa. Harmony is in the house. Greetings, Harmony. Well, I'm not like her representative. Obviously, I'm just her student. When you say, am I continuing her work, you could say, I am learning the knowledge and continuing what indigo do. What does an indigo child do? I'll learn from the master. She's a master teacher. So, indigo, she's a master indigo, 48 strand indigo. You don't sit there and worship her. She wouldn't even want that, of course. When you're law of one, it's about all are one and equal. Like, part of God has less in the hologram systems. Each one is a lesser energy, less consciousness. That's how the frequency works. It's science. It's called sacred spiritual science. Not just spirit, but there's actually physics behind it. So this is a multidimensional system, and we're all part of. I was born along with Ashiana. Some of you are born too. We don't just stop because she stopped or if she moves on. We pick up. You could say continue on, okay, but I'm not replacing her. I know she's alive and she's still out there, but she's just not speaking publicly, obviously. We would all know. But anyways, since nobody's officially knowing, there is no public announcement of what's going on with Ashiana personally or the future of the work. You don't see nothing coming out. Well, we can't just sit there and wonder forever. So, someone like Lisa Renee, someone like me, Fabian, my name's Fabian, well, we're going to pick up the work. Now there's only two of you. And that's okay, because you guys, there will be plenty of people watching this later. I just get, we get to deal with this internet connection sometimes. How is it, guys? Okay, so Leo, Harmony, Jera Rivera Dugino. Who is that though, Harmony? Who are you talking about? Is that part of Azurite Temple? Is that part of RES Productions? Is this official? Is this from her? Who is this Jere Rivera? Is it really from their company? Is it from her temple? Or is it someone like me or Lisa? So these are important questions because no one has officially come forward. It's not on our website. Look at our website. There's nothing official about it. No one says it's not Ashiana anymore. No one says it's Jere or some other dude. I know there's someone on Facebook, Mosmio or something like that. Man, he's teaching flat earth. Stay away from mixed. messages like this. No, it's not a flat Earth. If you're gonna talk about Ashiana's work and even upload her videos like he does, well, like we're talking about hours, right? Some people upload hours, like 12 hours, hundreds of hours. There was one guy that had 200 hours of her work on his video YouTube channel. So this is what I'm talking about. Okay, so we have this guy talking about flat Earth. No, it's not flat Earth, honey. It's a round Earth, and it's a spheres within spheres within spheres within more spheres. Spheres and spheres. Sphere. Spherical. Round. Roundish. Not flat. You understand? Reverse. This. What's the opposite of a circle? No. No. No, yeah, no. It's round, not flat. Is it Massimo? Mosimo? Hello, greeting, brother. Aim higher. Aim higher than flat Earth, Holy One. Simakaya. Mochiva Sapaya. It's the same thing with hollow Earth. The world is not hollow. How do you get to inner Earth? Inner Earth is not a place inside of Earth. That's the whole thing about inner Earth. Inner Earth is another future version of now, not some location. Is that, I hope people realize now what is inner Earth. You have to go some places downwards and go to the portals that take you to the inner Earth. Only if you have the DNA. Do you have the DNA? If you have the DNA, that's your ticket. That's your key to the locked doors, the locked gates. It's not a physical key, of course. It's called DNA keys. You have ascension code keys. You have this or you don't. Obviously, it's based on who you are, kind of like a security system. You ain't going in. They're finding a way around. How do you get around DNA security? Well, you get hybrids. You get part human. Now you got some codes. And this hybrid has the other codes. We're gonna get them all together. So there is a spiritual war. And some of you are serving it. And then there's some who are serving light. See, we have service to others and service to self. Which one are you? Machiwa. So, we learn the aspects of a spiritual growth because it's spirit. It's not from the physical aspect. It's other places, other worlds that are not like our world, different in the fact that they're different vibration and different worlds and different planets and races. So they're going to use science or spirit to get here. Science as in technology, stargates, or spirit as in go out of your body or chumaka, transmit yourself through a stargate. See, we have chakra. This is stargate, our personal stargate. The planet has stargates. They're actually locations on Earth. You can go to Egypt and be close to SG4. SG4, Stargate 4, is under the Pyramid of Giza. Under the Sphinx is a connection to inner Earth. Under the Sphinx, you can go to inner Earth, Machiwa. And we're not talking subterranean inside Earth. No, honey. Remember, it's in the future. Not of this reality. A different reality because it's vibrating faster. And it's called inner Earth. You can go through a portal and it'll take you there. This Admiral Byrd, he went through a portal. There's portals at the ends of planets. It's a vortex. There's a vortex. North Pole, South Pole, vortexes of power, energy, pshing. Now Admiral Byrd is in inner Earth, not Earth, because it's connected. There's a portal. Wow, check that out. Machiwa mokuye. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get that spiritual growth, honey. As long as we're not keep getting attacked by the poor connection tonight. It says excellent connection right now. Machiwa. Let me check out who's in the house. We have Harmony and Leo and Candace. Greeting, Candace. Thank you for being here, Holy One. Leo just woke up. Candace is playing with her oracle cards. Alright, they're talking to each other. That was Harmony's question. I guess you could talk about the firmament if you want, brother. Shireen! Haven't seen you in a while. Thank you for being here, sister. Shireen is also from the old days. From the, Johnny 5 days. So we still got Son of Nurgle and Shireen from the old days. Yeah, let's dance, baby. Oh, Incension, I guess. I mean, it is an inner process, so I know I can understand the logic. Oh, what happened to her then? Is this the story where she supposedly was taken over by Toth? Is that the story you're talking about? I've heard that story. I guess I'm catching up to the chat. Or maybe. Wait a second. Inez Mary in the house. Thank you for being here, Holy One. Sophia, Machiwa. What's up, Holy One? Thank you for being here, Sophia. I am being gentle with myself tonight. Cancer season. Is this an astrology? Astrological perceptions. Freedom! Greetings, Holy One. Thank you for being here. Roland Rawhide. Alright, sister. That sounds good. I can't wait till the time I can light up in front of you again. It will happen. Right now, I gotta go off screen. I gotta kind of like, put everything on hold for a moment. But that's okay. It works out. We'll work it out. Chiva. Oh my gosh. No way. Oh, basutas machikilahana. Kopachi watsahana. Yeah. That's interesting. Hello, beautiful. Mochiwa. My favorite stick. That's what I had someone call it. They called it a stick. Well, there's a word called stick and there's a word called staff. So, mochiwa. Shima pototas makaye. Mohotas. I'll just say that there's a 2021 clip of Ashana, and she's not taken over by Toth. That is complete silly nonsense. I guess if people want to fall prey to those ideas and stories, when you get two adult guys from her past gossiping about her, basically saying whatever they want without her interjection or point of view. Well, I would think that any one of you practicing Law 1, Starseed, Indigo Children, will filter your own ideas about it. You watch and you resonate or don't. It is about this connection or not connection, not having that connection. You could be part of the 7 billion Earth seeds, who don't even have green ray or blue ray. Forget blue ray or indigo ray in their aura. Some of you, are you aware of that? That not all beings have green, blue, or indigo or violet in their aura. Oh, everybody does. What do you mean? No. Remember, this is DNA. You want to say everyone on a planet has the same amount of DNA? No, because that would be, wow, such a low level of consciousness. Only? It would be a lot worse. No, you surely have different levels of consciousness. Some beings, you got indigos or ETs coming and going, live a life, don't come back again. And then there's new ones coming in. So you got different beings coming in. Different star seeds, different ET homies. Hey, what's up, Pleiadian? What's up, Arcturian? Hey, Syrian brother, sister, indigo child, crystal child, rainbow child, holy ones. We're awakening together. We're doing this together. I am understanding, you're understanding, realizing. Okay? You want to make up words like intercension? I guess. No one else is looking up intercension. I'm not. I never heard of that before, so all those other people aren't. Now you talk about ascension, now there's an audience already. There's no audience. Now you got to build an audience. Now you got to tell the whole world what means intercension. So, I don't know if the Guardians talked about renaming stuff. As soon as Ashana stops talking, she's not, by the way. As soon as she stops talking, you get to rename stuff. Yeah. Oh, yeah, baby. This microphone. Don't be so loud, Meister Mike. Hello? Greetings? Testing? Okay. Machiwa. One thing for sure, if there's a population, and I'm guessing, because I know it's at least 10 million, so that number is like 12 years old. So I would say maybe there's 15 million indigo children. But not some crazy number like 100 million, there's a billion indigos. No. Understand, the Illuminati are a tiny population. Okay? Indigo children are a tiny population, while there's a whole bunch of clueless, 7 billion plus Earth seeds. That is a lot of low-level red, orange, yellow chakras, auras. That's brown auras. That's a lot of brown aura. You mix red together with orange and yellow, yucky. That's not pretty. Where's the greens and the blues? They don't have any. It's not a belief. Because I understand, it's hard to believe. You go online, just type the word chakra. And look in all, and I do mean all, look at all pictures, and they all have lots of colors. No, Holy One. You have. Let me show you before you freak out. Before you call me a liar and. Let me show you from the Guardian perspective. From the diagrams, from the illustrations, from the workshops. Understand the science. The sacred science, man. It's physics. You don't have green ray, blue ray, indigo ray when you don't have a fourth strand of DNA. When you don't have a fifth strand of DNA. Honey, if you have 5 strands of DNA, you're not on Earth anymore. You don't need to come to Earth because you're in Tara. Okay? No, they don't have blue. An indigo child, a starseed has blue, has some green, has some indigo maybe, and beyond. Just realize this because it's funny when you have this awareness and go look at chakra picture and they're all red, orange, yellow, blue, not really blue, they say turquoise, and purple, not indigo, and then violet. No, no. That you, okay, I gotta turn the diagram on. DNA, baby, DNA. Look at this. Look at this. Okay, here's a Polarin, a starseed, a Polarin, 25 million years ago. It's part of our DNA. It's a starseed. It has a lot of DNA. Check that out. So the Hyperboreans, 25 million years ago. And then we have the Lemurian over here. 2 strands of DNA. 2. That's red aura and orange aura in their chakra. Look, they existed 73,000 years ago at least. They don't have no yellow. They don't have green. It doesn't exist yet. Okay? So we have some beings with a little bit more, like the Atlanteans. They have 3 colors in their aura. These beings have 4 colors almost. That's us. We're trying to get our 4th ray. But you're not doing it. You're not doing it. Hello. And the future beings, well, we know they do it. They're going to have a 5th strand. They will have blue ray in their aura. Understand? Not everyone has this DNA. You're not even supposed to be here if you're in 5D. You're supposed to be in the future of Earth. And we talk about 5D being around 30,000 AD. 5D is way, way in the future. I don't have it here at 5D, but it is 30,000, about 30,000 in AD. That's beings from the future, man. These Earth people, Earth seeds, excuse me, they don't have it. They're not extraterrestrials. They're not from other worlds with this junk. I call it junk, like you're packing junk. You got some DNA, baby. These beings don't. You got some beings like this on Earth mixed with a bunch of this. A bunch of red, orange, and blue consciousness. Red, orange, blue. Oh, sorry, I said it wrong. Red, orange, yellow consciousness. You have a bunch of red, orange, yellow conversations. A bunch of red, orange, yellow relationships. Red, orange, yellow belief systems. Or are you a starseed? You're galactic. You know about Pleiadians and Sirians and Orions. You know about insectoids and the Greys. Okay? You're going to have some green and blue and indigo. You're not from this world. Thank you. Just reminding you, holy ones, realizing so much new age nonsense about what is 5D. Well, you know, if you study Guardian, Ashiana, Law of One, Inner Christos, and we explain in detail how your belief systems are actually not good. The ones that you think are God, the ones that you think is love, is the opposite. I will just show you for 12 seconds. Just for 12 seconds. Wait a second. I actually forgot. Let me look at these diagrams. Maybe no, never mind. Doesn't matter. It just feels, it's just flowing, dude. It feels, this is transmission. I'm not the only one here. That's all I'm saying. Candace in the house. Mama Lim. Galactics. Yes, that's a good way to say it. Galactics wearing Earth vessels. You guys, that's a very good point, because we are 4D consciousness having a 3D perception. You could say we're spirit having a human experience. We're this having this experience. We're 4D having 3D perception. So we're not 3D. We're not this. We're not this. See, the body, or you can see and touch and you know, and mess with it. You can't see, touch, and mess. Come on, where is my mind? Where's my thoughts? Honey, it's in another dimension. It's in 4D. So, what is astral projection really? If you are 4D, you're not this. So, but also realize an astral body is not the same as being physical in 4D, physical. That means you have a 5D consciousness, but you're living in 4D. When you ascend, then you're a 6D consciousness living in the 5D. Right now, we're 4D living in the 3D. When you ascend, you become 5D living in the 4D. When you ascend from there, I already told you. So, most people in the New Age movement, of course, you know, that confused movement, the love, light, and clueless movement, these ones are thinking that, oh, we're going to 5D. You don't skip a dimension. You're in 3D, see? What's after 3? 4. Unless you're one of the 15 million indigos, starseeds. Are you? You are, because you're here, aren't you? Machiwa. Makaya. Hachituka. Matichina. Mama Lynn, thank you, holy ones. You guys, you gotta. Inez Mary has a lot of different concepts and ideas, so just let you know she's not following exactly the Guardian material, but we're not telling people to shut up. God's superhero in the house. But I'm this close. I'm this close. I'm one of the God's angels, one of the 1400 chosen. Oh, here we go. All right. We got another chosen one. We got another chosen one. Yeah. Let's see what. Komatsa. Hochima. Puchimasi. Yeah. Let's talk about this. Chosen. I was selected. I have a badge. I am chosen. I am chosen. I am selected. I have been selected. I am chosen. I am better than you. I am qualified. You're not qualified. This is false creed. False creed. False creed. I gotta repeat myself so I don't forget. False creed, false creed, false creed. Go to false creed. False creed. Fear, guilt, judgment. Oh, elitist. Elitist. Oh, I'm better because I was selected. I was chosen. I am chosen. I am better. No. All are one. It's law. It's a universal law. All are one. This is lie. Chosen ones are bullshit. This is a lie. This is a false creed. This is what people are worshiping, though. Look! They like it. They like this. They think it's about this. They think it's about this. You must have this. You see. You see. And you notice the difference. You see what people are quoting, what people are claiming on this side. You see what they're saying or trying to say. You're indigo child, honey. You call bullshit. You treat people with love, joy, equality, unity. We're all one. The one saying they're chosen, we're not all one. We're not all one. No, yes, we're all one. No, we're not. Yes, we're all one. This person chosen, it's not law of one. We're not all one because I'm selected. I am therefore better than you. I am beyond you. No, you're not. We're all one. No. Achimete. And understand, lion. We're not lambs. And we do things peacefully. We do it through a spiritual awakening. It's through consciousness. When there's a whole bunch of you like lighten up, okay, lighten up and expanding to unity, not chosen ones, but unity. Brother, I love you. If you think you're chosen, great. I love you. Chimatsitas. When you're all up here, you're all ascended masters. All ascended masters. All of you. Where does the concept of chosen come in? When we didn't even leave, man. We didn't leave ascended master cosmic levels. We projected into the hologram. We didn't go anywhere. We're still there. I'm still there. Oh, you're chosen. Well, you're still there. I'm still there too. There is no chosen one. I call BS, honey. Sorry. I don't believe you for some reason, but I love you. Thank you for coming to the Christos avatar. Machiua. I'm gonna go get lit. If any of you want to get lit, please do so. Yamakaya. Let me leave a diagram up. Maybe the false creed one. Let's leave the false creed one up. The chosen one. The chosen one list. I'll be right back in 60 seconds or 90 seconds. I love you. We do this with love. We came back. Indigo children came back because we love them so much. The earth seeds. If we can get any of these 7 billion, we will. We will feel some of them. Be right back. Let me shut the camera off since we're not using it at this moment. Alright guys, I'm back. Thank you so much for some of you who waited. I don't have to blow my nose, so I will just turn the camera on. Oh, I gotta turn it on. Okay, so I should have the camera back on. Let me check. Yeah, wait. I really do have to blow my nose now. 1 second, guys. I'm here though. I didn't turn off the mic though, did I? Shit. You guys don't have to hear that. Alright, so now let's put the camera back on. Yeah. Alright. Let me get a drink of water, guys, and then we'll be settled to go through a Stargate. Oh my gosh. I don't have any videos to upload tonight, you guys, to TikTok, so look at the time. Oh my gosh. It's 5:55, man. I live in Mountain Standard Time right now. It's 5:55. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, freedom, prepare the joint, brother. Thank you guys. Sometimes you would have to sometimes you would have to like mess with the antenna. Well, it's kind of like that. We're like psychic. We're able to sense. If you develop it, if you develop your psychic senses, you can perceive farther out. Well, cannabis boosts that for a moment. It will do it for a little while. So you're not doing anything except boosting it, and then while I do it so it's kind of like connecting to higher aspects of my own self. It's not going to take you and go like this. It's not going to take you and make you de-evolve or make you close your chakra. It's not going to close your chakra. It does the opposite. It opens your chakra. It boosts it. Your chakra is already, the ones that you have activated, they're already opened a little bit. That's how it works. You have to develop your opening. You got to develop that chakra. So there's more current there. And one way you do that is through a lot of this visual work. You're going to be doing a lot of green ray and blue ray so you can get out of here. And it's not as easy as that. You got to still work on Merkaba. You still got to you still got to learn love and live by unity, law of one. It's not like a punishment. That is the way consciousness operates in love and light. You're not going to be following some Anunnaki spiritual religion and say that you're love and light, because those beings are not. They're very judgmental. Most people following religions are judgmental against people who are not following their religion. And they always believe, in their mind, they believe their truth is the only truth. And that it doesn't end there. It's like, and that all other gods are enemies or something. They don't have no, you would say, creed to live in love, joy, peace, bliss. Wow, if suddenly all the countries started living in love, joy, peace, bliss, damn, it'd be a different existence. We're on a spiritual growth. You're trying to grow yourself, and we're growing ourselves by learning knowledge and developing our currents and willing to explore consciousness. And part of exploring consciousness, well, honey, you don't have to go to Peru, but it's part of it is expanding, checking stuff, because sometimes your natural abilities won't go high enough. Especially if you're new to spiritual stuff, if you're not an indigo, or if you're an earthseed awakening. We can't just ignore the earthseeds. They're there. We're helping them. We're focused on them. We're supposed to be focused on them. I'm here on YouTube, reaching some of you are indigos, though. I have hopefully both, because we're working together. Those other guys aren't your friends. The ones that are, doing occult, doing Wiccan, doing the spell work, going through not law of one. It's not law of one. They like those creeds. I showed you those creeds. So, you just can look how someone is talking. Look at what someone is saying, what they're doing, and how they react. And when you see them come into my chat, or in your own life, in your own conversation, in your own relationships, you can look and see them, what they're doing. Not like as guilt, or that person's wrong, or none of that. But you understand this from an energy point of view, a spiritual point of view. That you're not going to, now with that knowledge, you're not going to get in relationships with people following not unity ideologies. Why would you want to have a relationship with someone who was in the false creeds? Who like, there's a lot of aggressive, abusive guys, right? Well, they're following this creed very well. That's the kind of creed they benefit from their way of life and thinking. Is that the kind of life you want? You want to live with fear in your life? Somehow, some way. Do you want to have a bunch of guilt in your life? Somehow. Do you want to be dominated by subservience and blind worship and all this other stuff that we talked about in that creed? You see them. Now that's why we point them out. That's why we put them in a list so you can see what you have been maybe worshiping, or what most of the 7 billion are worshiping. Literally, there's a bunch of atheists, but there's mostly religious people. Did you not know that? Look at a graph. Look how many atheists there are compared to Christians, Buddhists, Hindus, all these different belief systems. Look at the pie chart. Look how many people are following these. And that's, wow. It's Anunnaki. We talk about those religions being draconian or Anunnaki. And we show you the creeds. Look, man. Look at it. That's in your holy book. That's a false creed. It's not. No, that's not God. God is not angry. God is not vengeful. What? So, first of all, God is beyond body and beyond gender. There's no body after density 3. And your hydroplasm at density 4, and your thermoplasm at density 5, and then you just leave and become demanifest completely. You'll demanifest into the ascended master levels. If you're a physical, then you're a lesser being, you could say. Lesser as compared to relative to other energy. We are in the hologram, now you're constricted aspects of God. Go out of the hologram. Get out of it. Now you're not the distortion. Actually, distortion ends after 12D, after 11D. Now it's all light and love after 12th dimension, 13th dimension, 14th and 15th dimension. That's all love and light. There's no darkness, there's no cult, there's no witchcraft. In those levels, there is no astrology, machiwa. that needs planets. There's no planets up there, man. There's no manifest. You have to try to think what life is like with no manifestation at all. Not even thermoplasm. Darn it. I'm not even hydro, man. I want to be hydroplasm again. No, it's lesser. That's a distortion. Get out of the matrix. Get out of the hologram, man. Go, ascend. Get out. Leave. At least go to 12D and get out of darkness at all. Completely. Leave it. Go ascend. Go back to Tara. Once you get to Tara, things will go faster. Down here, you just keep dying and reincarnating. You ain't getting nowhere, right? Look. You're just doing that. If you're doing this, you're not going that. You're not going anywhere. You're just doing this. Reincarnation. Reincarnation is not natural. You're not supposed to go like that. You're supposed to die. No, you're supposed to get your DNA in one life. At 11 years old. Normally. That's when you used to have an immortal body. You didn't die. Because you ascended at 11, at 22, and 33, and 44. There's a reason, a rhyme behind this mechanics. It's an actual levels of activations, major activations throughout your lifetime. But no, you're doing this. Reincarnation is not good. What is reincarnation? It's starting over, man. Okay, you believe in reincarnation, right? Well, do you have full memory of your past lives? Do you have complete, vivid memory of all your lifetimes? No. So if you just keep reincarnating and forgetting, reincarnate, forget, reincarnate, forget, reincarnate, forget, reincarnate, forget. If you're just reincarnating and forgetting everything, wow. You don't want to reincarnate. You want to ascend. That's the option, the only option. You want to ascend. Make your fourth strand and your fifth strand. It's not, it seems easy, but it's not, apparently. Some people can't live with the heart, love, humanity. There's no green ray in these people, man. Here, let me bottle some green ray so you can have some green ray. Damn. Have some love in your life? Or what? There's not many people living green ray. And then the rest of them are in their devices, in their TV, in their music, and they don't see no spiritual worlds. 5D. They're not experiencing love, they're not experiencing spirit. They're down in 3, in 2, and 1. Red, orange, yellow, red, orange, yellow, yucky, brown. You want to date a brown aura? You want to live and have a daily life with someone with brown consciousness? You know, like the color brown. With dirty chakra? You want to sleep with someone who has dirty chakra? You want someone with some green love. You want a mate that is full of this spiritual love and humanity and connection to the earth. They went beyond this little, what is this? Is this life? Is this life in the planet? No. We're not living here, are we? Is this life? Is this living, I mean? Is this happiness? Is this love, joy, and bliss? No. Then that means we're in something else. Ah.
I love you. I give you a hug. I give you a hug. Mochi basita, makana mahana.
Achimatas. Anyways, we choose. I choose. I'm Davian. I created Christos Avatar because I choose to follow Law of One, to follow this body, this lifetime of work from the Guardians, from this Ashiana Dean. And it's mind-boggling how much knowledge there is in your whole lifetime. I don't believe you can learn all this knowledge. It's like a tome, man. And the diagrams. It speaks for itself. I don't need to convince you. And all those other 3D people or supposed spiritual people who are trying to knock the information. You can try. Because we know what is the false creed. We know your lingo. We know your work intentions, most of all. We know what you're up to. So I'm going to call you. I'm going to call on you on it. Okay? Show me your side, Holy One. I'm not alone. When you cast your spell, look. Can you see? Mochiela kayesu mochima isi makoye. Mochoma. You remember some of you were a priestess in Lemuria. Some of you were in the Inca Empire. Maybe you were cutting off heads as an Aztec. Cool. See, you think that stuff is cool. Aztec, yeah. Not cool. Watch Mel Gibson's movie called Pakachia. Omache Masuti Masukiwa Manana. Brutal! Brutal, man. Wicked. Dark. Oh, I wonder why. Because the same ETs who have changed your precious religions are the same ones that thousands of years ago, 2,000, 10,000, 100,000 years ago, millions of years ago. Man, these beings are coming in and coming in and coming in. You holy indigo are coming in. But they're also coming in, coming in, coming in. Most people are hybrids of these templates. They don't even have a 12D template. Some of them will have 11D or 10D. That's your potential, man. You're not even connected to that apochiva. When you fall to Phantom, you will have no access to life force. You will see what that does in that world when you have no life force. So you have to become a vampire, whether you want to anymore or not. Now, to survive, you must go vampire. These beings are freaking siphoning. I mean, if they're using planetary size technologies to bring in current, to bring in consciousness, to bring in life force from you guys, and send it to their phantom, well, look at this feeding machine. You're feeding Sigma. We got the Anunnakis up in your shit. Really, really up in you. In your precious, precious religions. They've been, did it through Egyptian days. They did it through the Atlantean days. Lemurian days. Man, what do you think? These beings are taking basically over. Ashiana, she calls it an occupation. But it doesn't mean we stop doing our indigo work. Doesn't mean we give up. We knew this before we came in, that we're behind enemy lines. So we are part of Ascension. We're part of the sacred covenant of watching the gates, being part of the gate security. Really? What do you think Guardian Alliance is doing? It's a mixture of different tribes, part of Law of One, who are part of the Guardian Alliance, who are part of the Interdimensional Association of Free Worlds, who are part of these greater collectives, who choose Law of One. So there truly is a spiritual war amongst Star Wars. Of course, the movies, Lucas, didn't throw much spiritual concepts in there. It's all 3D shit. Illuminati stuff going on there. So, you could do the same type of stuff, but add the spiritual. There's an interesting movie. Machiwa. Knowing what is dark, man. It's in two, creeds. Black and white. You are this, or maybe something in between. Because you want some of this and you want some of that, so now you got that. You're not this and you're not that, you're this. Just like a half Anunnaki, half human is not a human, and it's not an Anunnaki. It's a human Anunnaki. A different being. And when there's more of those incarnating than you, then now there's lesser of you, now they're taking over. Body snatching. You say it's not love. You could have. You should be mixing with races. It's not about that, man. Do you know what this is about? No, not when you're following these false creeds. You don't. When you're following the light creeds, you see exactly what this information is. You have discernment. You know now about Anunnaki, what they've done already, what they're doing now, through this tome of knowledge. I mean, literally, from 1998 till 2016, Ashiana created all this work, all those volumes and volumes of work. If you're not aware, there is literally workshops from every single year that are like 15 hours long. Since 2001, that's when she really started making videos. Before it was just Voyager's book. Now it's a bunch of library of ascension and human history and all of the explanation and description of all the levels of reality of our hologram, all of the God worlds, and what is all these beings to begin with. All from the Law of One unity perspective. Sound interesting to you? I love you guys. Thank you for being here. Chill. It's my core. I feel good. Do 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 do. Like I know that I would. Do do. Yeah. Ooh. Go chi ma. Ha ma ha. I'm a Shiva. Awakachima. Let me catch up to comments, you guys. Sorry. It gets really strong energy tonight. I did try some of homegrown grass. Maybe that's different. Candace, positive vibes. Thank you guys for your positive vibes. Kitty Bonnie. Yeah, it's always a tactic of the dark. Well, Kali Yuga sounds like that Hindu stuff. Machiwa. Or it has something to do with the time, right? They think there's something about trillions of years old, but the Guardians say it's 950 billion, which is a lot different than what the Hindus are saying. Machiwa. They have some knowledge, but they talk about how the Hindus were distorted. The Hindus, the Celts, the Celtics, the Druids were the Native Americans, the Egyptians, all of them. They've all been distorted. And that's why I can't wait to get to the shamanism has been distorted. All of this. Oh my gosh, it says 1444 again. I could take print the screen. You guys have already show you. Again, synchrony 444. Let me put 444 in chat. When some things happen, when you're on a spiritual path, you pay attention to it. Son of Nurgle is in the house. I believe, right? Yeah. What's up, brother? Butterfly kisses. You're so kind. Awesome. Your dog. Machiwa. Yeah, we have a... I'm trying to imagine a little butterfly trying to kiss you. Machio, because they're so tiny, right? They're an insect being. This was one of my animal spirit guides. Very strong one, too. I would say also a dragonfly. And this phoenix and a thunderbird. Those are some of my spirit guides. But I have many more, and the owl was strong for a while, the dolphin, the whale, eagle, hawk, raven, Amachiwa, phoenix. So the phoenix and the thunderbird. Machiwa. Makaye. Vastuta. Hamaka. Definitely the fox. The fox would always come to me in lucid dreams. I felt her body before, like in the astral. No, not in the astral, in the physical part. It was like, what? I'm like sitting here touching, like petting her. There's nothing there, dude. I'm in bed, sleeping. No, in twilight hours, like waking hours, but I think the fox is there. It is there. You guys, when something is lucid, it's not just what you think. There's something actually happening. It's not just a dream. You guys are having your own experiences. You know, this is part of spiritual growth. You could say a sign. Because we are spiritual growth and evolution, you know, rising, as expanding, not contracting, not going into darkness, going into law of one, unity, not constricting, going out, expanding out. You want to expand out. That's spiritual growth. See, look, you were here, like you're, like the spheres within the spheres within the spheres. You're once here in 3D. Soon you'll be 4D, 5D, 6D, 7D consciousness in Gaia, 8D, 9D, 10D consciousness in Armentana, and 11D, 12D Christ consciousness, 12D. 12D, 12 strands of DNA. But you're not done. Now you become a sun. Blue flame, gold flame, violet flame. You're still manifest as a violet flame. Now, that's the last level though. Now you can go outside. Back to the internal collectives of consciousness. De-manifest forms. No body. Just pure consciousness. But the consciousness can do everything. The consciousness is doing everything. Everything is from consciousness of God. We are consciousness of God. We are thoughts of God. All this stupid little nonsense of you saying you're better, worse, I'm better than you, you're a loser. What? Man, you're all freaking good. What the hell is that? That is a part of God that forgot. Yeah. Because you went into a hologram. A hologram. Whoa, what's going on? You don't want to descend. You want to ascend. You don't want to digress. You want to progress. You want to choose darkness? Guess what? That's called the path of dissension. It's actually called the path of sorrow, or the path of chaos. It leads to the destiny of sorrow, which is, so you're doing the opposite of what love and light beings are doing. You're doing the opposite of this. You're going like that. You're obtaining power and wealth and but you're also going like this. You're a powerful now from your idea of power, honey, but that's a dog eat dog, that's a shark eat shark. That's an unholy eating another unholy. Oh, you like that side? Okay. You might become food. Just saying. Huh. What do you think? Honor among thieves? Blood among vampires? Oh yeah! Kutsuma! We're trying to spiritually grow. It's our spiritual growth when it comes to ascension. You're trying to go. Are you? Let me ask you this question. It's serious. Do you think if it all finished now, would you ascend? Right now, would you ascend? Can you say that you would ascend now? Or is there some more stuff you need to do? Ask yourself that and know that at the back of your mind. So, there's still more stuff you gotta do. Well, start doing it. Machiwa. I love you. I love you. Not the love, light, and clueless movement. Oh, don't think about bad things. Don't talk about bad things. Don't manifest bad things. Machiwa. Amaka. These bad beings are attacking you no matter what you believe in. No, what I mean is they're attacking the planet. They're attacking the consciousness on the planet, whether you're not vibing while you're not talking about it or not. Regardless, there's a war, active war that we're involved in. You're not all hunky and dory. Or, like, don't you realize you would really want to be on a world where you were completely free, completely happy, and there was nothing on you, nothing pushing you down, nothing trying to manipulate you and convince you or take from you. No, that's what we're in. Even though we want to be in that nirvana, there's no nirvana yet. You won't. Is that my camera? I gotta switch the camera battery. Just takes a second. I don't even know if it's a battery, but I'm changing it. Let it come on. It takes a few seconds. Sorry.
I'm getting better at this, man.
What? No sound? Oh, that's the problem. Yeah, problem icon. Thank you, Bird President. You're cool. I think we're good, aren't we? No? Shh. Come on, come back on. Are we on yet? Are we on yet? It's supposed to be on now, but maybe there's a long delay. What's up, dude? Oh, I'm back on? Kitty Bunny? Oh, there it is. All right. Cool, man. Yeah, man. Connect to your higher self. Look, this is how you connect to your higher self. Connect to the chakra above your normal consciousness. You're normally here. Well, start focusing on this. If you got this pretty developed, you got some love in your life and humanity, you think in law of one, okay, move up to this one. You're ready for 5D current. You're ready for 6D current. Maybe you're ready for 7D current. Each one is a spiritual lesson, did you notice? First, survival. Red chakra, you're just in survival mode. If you only had red ray. Damn, you gotta survive. You're just trying to survive. You might move up to sex. Now you're thinking about sex and more sex. And not only sex, it's also about social life and you know, it's bright, party and social, sex, you know, survival, sex. You just think about those two things. Well, some people moved on to mind, intellect. They go to college, they learn stuff. They're developing their mental body, their mind. You're not just survival and sex. Now you're moved up into mind. Well, you don't have love, or you don't have much emotion. And people move up into the next energy. See? You're going up. It's better. There's incentive to go up. There's incentive to spiritual growth. Because when you go from here, from mind, you're going to go to the heart. Humanity. Wow, you don't think just about you, little old you in your life. You go out here. This is the out here chakra, the whoa, Machima. spiritual knowledge, and then spiritual vision. You're becoming an adept. You're becoming a greater being than 3D people. You went way above here. Now you're up in here. Some of you are beyond this. Some of you are working on something like violet. Well, there's also gold. There's also silver, dark blue, and why not? Why not try to draw some of that current of your Templar? Remember, it's your Templar is huge potential. Why not activate some of that? First of all, learn about each one, right? Learn about each of these levels. Then put current there. Put your mind there. And we're going to learn some techniques of how to bring that current through. You're going to do things like running current where you're taking two current colors to make a third color. Like two tones, a bass tone, overtone, together, two tones create a third tone, a resonant tone. You take two colors, you mix them, you come out with a third one. Same with DNA. You mix two races, now you got a unique race. Yeah. It's a different race. You have 50% this and 50% that. It's a different race. Doesn't mean you don't have love. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, it's like taking when it comes to a being from another world doing this to us. They're not from Earth, man, and they're coming to mix with us without our knowledge, without our permission. We're not aware of it. People aren't aware of this happening. So, it's against your will. They're not following law of one, and they're trying to. This has got an end goal. If they get mixed with you, they not only are they getting your DNA code, ascension codes, now mixed with a hybrid, but now they're also diminishing the human race. When now you get another race can take over another one by polluting it. It's not the word pollute. It's not the good analogy. You're just gonna mix it. Now some people want to keep it 100%, but you want to mix it. Some people who don't want you to be 100% are gonna mix with you. So maybe there's some people that fall in love. Well, there's others who are trying to purposely mix. See what I'm saying? And when it comes to all this ET stuff, they're trying to purposely mix with us, and they taint. You would say, mess up what we're trying to do. Man, look. We're in a DNA experiment. This is an experiment, dude. We're like, and it's not like recent. It's been going on for DNA experiment. This is a DNA experiment. Here we go. This is stages. This is the first stage is strand 1. Strand 1. Second stage, strand 2. But look how long ago. Brown-skinned people were the Lemurians. Well, this is the starseed race. This is the Lemurians. They're brown skinned just like their starseed race. If you don't have brown skin now, it doesn't mean you're not a Lemurian, man. You had to be in a Lemurian if you have a second strand. Understand? We were all Lemurian. Just to get a second strand, you had to be a Lemurian. It's part of our race DNA. We're all Lemurians. We're all Atlanteans. We all have a third strand if you're on Earth now. So you're part Hyperborean, Polarian, part Lemurian, and part Atlantean. Sorry. And now, obviously, we're part Aryan. We're working on it. We're working on it. We're working on it. Trying to get it done. Trying to ascend, but some people aren't. So, I love you, holy ones. Thank you for being here with me tonight. You're awesome. You're beautiful. You're sexy.
Yeah.
Akachiwa. You're mixed human reptilian. Have you seen yourself? Have you seen some signs of that? Or is that a vision you had? Thank you, God superhero. I need to trim it though, at least. I need to like, but that was when I was in the, like I'm slowly developing and trying to change my financial situation. Because, you know, I want to be on my own 2 feet. Well, doing haircuts and was always like expensive, so I stopped doing that. But I was also like dyeing my hair. Like I'll show you a picture. I wasn't always this hair. I didn't always have this hair. Let me find a picture. Well, I already showed you guys some of my pictures. Wrong file, dude. Images, photos, Fabian or Ukraine. Shit. Oh yeah, this is when my house burned down, dude. You could say where I was living. This is the garage, and this is where we were inside the house. And that's when I lost everything in my life because it all burned. It all burned. There's the garage again. I managed to get my truck out. I was lucky to get my truck out. That's the only thing I had left besides one thing I grabbed. I was able to grab one thing. And it was too late. That's part of spiritual growth right there. Maybe some of you have something not so tragic, but well, it's not tragic, but it's terrible. Amakaya. Well, Thanksgiving? Is that 2000s? What the hell, man? This was like when I had short hair. So I used to have gray hair, but I would dye it black. And so this is me in my 40s. And this is actually Ukraine. Odessa mama, mochiva. So to cut my hair and dye it, my hairstylist that I was going to was charging me like $110, which is ridiculous because I used to get, but that's one way how I was able to like, you know, do that. One of my friends called Sergey. This is Sergey. He actually learned English from me by hanging around me. Some friends with Sergey. Actually, this girl was one of my translators for a while to speak English. Because I didn't speak a bunch of Russian, man, so I needed some help. And this is my Vato Loco, one of my good friends. And this is when your brother Fabian used to be in pretty good shape, man. I had no problems. I was getting nice abs. And yeah, that was in my 40s. I would say maybe 7 years ago, six years ago, I don't know. let me continue or look for something different. 2017 Christmas. 2000 Palm Springs. Maybe something in with my. This guy's a government agent. I guess he wrote a book, and bought his book. I've seen him on TV, so he's on one of those channels. This is Linda Moulton Howe. This is a lady who's a famous researcher on UFOs, and this is at George Norrie's birthday. I was with George Norrie. I was at his birthday party. There he is. What's up, bro? Yeah, that was cool, man. Opacheva matinaho pakacheva. Yeah, I've shown you some of those already, but yeah, I guess that's a trip, you guys. Like when I was doing my business, I just had a different freaking life. Like, this is like, I think my previous guy I used to buy my products from. So and this is a picture of my daughter when she was still a teenager. So at least I produced something. I mean, at least I was able to, something beautiful was able to come out. I mean, oh man. Oh, this is my real cousins, like cousins, I think. But yeah, I didn't always have gray hair, and it's like right now just a different in my life, and I don't know if I'll ever go back to short hair. We'll see. But if I suddenly had all long black hair, that would be kind of cool too. But then I would have to keep dyeing it, otherwise it'll look funny. And if I ever wanted to start back to gray, I would have to let it all grow out. No, I just went through a path where it became part of my life. And when it comes to spiritual growth, this was part of my life where I went from total different, like, change. I really went through a change. And even though it was not cool, it was still important. So if some of you are not having the most greatest time being an indigo child or a starseed, well, you're going through like not like a crucible, but kind of like a boot camp, kind of like you're getting prepared, man. It's not an easy place to be a spiritual light, to be love and light. There's a lot of negative here. Look, even among spiritual people, there's a negative energies. People with issues, people with judgments. Like, okay, we're just being friendly, but you don't want to be. Okay, we're gonna stay with the friendly people. Machiwa. How's your spiritual growth? Write it in the comments. Makaya. Wow, look at that. Everlasting in the house. Courage in the house. Can I talk about the Essenes? Oh, the Essenes had to do with this is once again according to the Ashana Dean material in Voyagers 2 specifically. They talk about the Essenes, so you can also look at that material. This is basically a special DNA. Just like the Hebrews, they had special DNA, the original. People are all different now from Atlantis days. So maybe in those old days they had special. There was special Egyptians. There was special. Just the Essenes were one of them. Like you would say, where they take one super hybrid and mix it with another one. Well, you would say anyone who ends up with more than one starseed race, that's called like a bistar seed. If you have two star seeds, some have three, tri-star seed. Well, humans by themselves have 5 star seeds, right? So we have 5 star seeds, and it's not about who has more star seeds, but you know what I'm saying. You have more code, man. But the Essenes, they were a Holy Grail line in those times, in the Hebrew times. Remember, Jesus' teachings, he was a real person. And they even talk about 3 Jesus. That, of course, there's only one real guardian, indigo child. The other 2 were fake ones to throw off the timeline or the record of the real work that Jesus did with the Essenes. And Jesus was called, according to the Voyager's information, you don't say Jesus, you say Jeshua Sananda Melchizedek, which is a density 4. That's a hydroplasmic being, consciousness. Jeshua Sananda, that's the name in there. Melchizedek. Sananda is a density 4 consciousness, coming to Earth in density 1. That's the original Jesus. High level indigo child, the highest, 48 strand. Indigo type 1. And same as Ashiana, she's also, I'm not saying she's the same as Jesus. They're from the same time periods and stuff. If we had our memory, because Ashiana talks about how her memory was returned after a life-death, what do you call that? Out-of-body experience, from a near-death experience. A near-death experience. She brought back her memory, or she went through. She talks about her fetal integration as if she got the whole memory back. That would be like a Rain Man or something, you know? If you had that much knowledge, awareness at the same time, like a super calculator. But anyways, obviously she's brilliant, but we're talking about Jesus. So Jesus, Jeshua has a nickname. This Jeshua, she calls it Jeshua 12 because it had the 12 strand potential and more, of course, but that's what it was representing. That Grail is part of the Grail, and this Grail, the Essene Grail line, comes from Solomon, King Solomon, and it was Bathsheba. So I didn't know that. One of my viewers told me that. I thought she calls Bathsheba, though, an Egyptian, a Ceres Egyptian. A Ceres Egyptian is an ET, one of the long-headed. Those are Ceres. Wait. Yeah, they have long heads. So I think of Ceres, though. That's also part where the bird people are. That's what the bird people. Anyways, that was Bathsheba and in King Solomon line that created the Essene Holy Grail line. That's where that line comes from, and that was part of what you call a host matrix, because Solomon was originally not guardian. He's not guardian. The child that came out of it was. This was Anunnaki. Having to do with the Grail King, or I mean not the Grail Kings, the opposing king lines. I forgot what they're called. The Hyksos king. So King Solomon was a Hyksos, right? So this was a win when the DNA came together for this new race line called the Guardians, the bad guys mess with DNA, but the Guardians do too. The Guardians will create races to do certain missions, you know. So anyways, we're coming in as indigo children, and Jesus came in during the time of 10 PC. She has different years, like it's a little bit earlier than the Bible says. Anyways, this is according to the Guardians about Jesus 12. That's the nickname, Jesus 12, because there's a Jesus 9 and a Jesus 6. Right? I know there's a Jesus 12 and a Jesus 9, but I thought the third one was a Jesus 6, but that means how many strands of DNA they have. Jesus 12 had 12. Not activated? I don't think so. I don't know about that part. I don't know if that's possible to be 12 strand activated. I don't think so. Don't quote me. But there's Jesus was part of the Essene Grail, Holy Grail. He was an indigo coming in to help the humans, and he did. He taught ascension. And I haven't talked about Jesus, but I will. I mean, I mentioned him, but I haven't made a video about this whole important. It's not supposed to be a central figure that you worship. Okay, he was an indigo that taught ascension. That taught. She breaks it down, dude. Exactly what he taught. He talks about maps and keys, or in the different. I would have to break it down with you on a separate video, but he actually taught ascension, and basically there's a whole story of how the bad guys, the Anunnaki, created a Jeshua 9, which is a nine strand being that came in to confuse the history line, so that the history would be altered to be pointing at this guy, and that the third one is basically someone that this guy didn't want to actually die, that they used a third one as a imposter of this second one. So this one wasn't hung, but he's still the important one that confused history. So now the third one was kind of like a failure. Excuse me. They did some. There's a whole story. I'll talk about it, about the details, but a scene is basically a mixture. Let me double check. It's actually probably on my website. Like, let's look at that together real quick. Sorry, let me refresh my dang Photoshop. Let me close them all. It's faster just to close them all. What? Oh, I don't need that right now. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to show the web. Essenes. I want to make sure you can see my website. I'm pretty sure you can. So this would be the 99 different races. Essenes, because they would be in actually wait a second. The Turnesium angelic human race. I'm in the wrong one. It's in Turnesium angelic human race. So this will break down all of those different races, and there isn't a scene in here. Well, what? Let me go down the page. Yeah, the scenes were. What the hell, dude? I had it. I just went so far. Here it is. Now close the window. Okay. They were part of the Melchizedek starseeds. Like they were creating it during this period of time of the Hebrews, and they were one of the Grail lines. And the Grail lines, well, after Jesus, the whole thing about Jesus after he left, and later on they changed everything. So with the Roman Empire, changed all of that stuff. All right. Anyways, I thought I would find just something different there. And we're doing this live, so bear with me 1 second. Like, this took a lot of research, right? And I had to do a lot of reading. Like, there's a whole bunch of videos, a whole bunch of articles, a whole bunch of books. They're not actually books, they're PDFs, but to learn and decipher, man, more than you can do in a whole lifetime, I believe. So I know they're Melchizedek. They're part of the Melchizedek starseed. You know, there's families. There's a race called Melchizedek, for example, and then within a race there's sub races, and within the sub races there's families. And by the way, Lucifer comes from a family of Anunnaki. You know, there's race, sub race, and a family. Well, Lola Tan is an Anunnaki family. So there must be some powerful family who has this whole clout with the unholy Anunnaki empire. Yeah, I actually, if you watch some of my Egyptian video series, I get into the scenes in the Hebrews. It's not like fresh on my mind because it was last year. But it says the lineage of the Essenes was one of the 25 families. So there's 25 families of the Melchizedek family, or starseed. And the descendants of the first wave of the Melchizedek cycle was 35,000 years ago. So I will show you that on the screen, that $35,000 years ago. Well, yeah, that's right. They're in the second cycle. What the hell? Here's the Melchizedeks. They came in, they started coming in 31,000 BC, like around this point. So, and we were saying that that's where you would get the Essenes. The Essenes were from the descendants of the first wave of the Melchizedeks 35,000 years ago. So actually, probably around here. So that's when the Essenes came in. So, but realize, look where it's located, close to the second dimension. Now remember, these time cycles repeat. That's why there's more than one history or time cycle. Like there's years. Oops, what happened? There's years that we're currently in. This is our current time cycle. This whole cycle. Well, there's a cycle before it. And it's this one that the Melchizedeks came in. See, they're close to density dimension 2. Well, so is this cycle. It also has a dimension 2 history. So you could be the Lemurians, remember, they're coming in way down here, but in the third time cycle. Way down here. But still developing strand 1 and strand 2 and coming into the history, but just in a different time cycle. This is why ascension is kind of complex unless you break this stuff down. So thank you for your patience. Thank you for being here, Holy Ones. And we're trying to go through the best spiritual growth tips. Can you talk about the Melchizedek starseeds? Yeah, they're yellow skin. Whatever that is. Something you would think maybe Asian. I don't know. Apparently it's the Asians who come in power next. I don't know who else is yellow skin though. But that kind of makes sense because China is so big. Who knows in a few thousand years? In a few thousand years, when that timeline hits, well, that's the Mavarians. But I'm not going to say that. That's not what. I don't see anything that far into Ashana's work that talks about that. But anyways, it's called this yellow skin race though. And there's 5 different references of Lemurians were brown skin, and Atlanteans red skin, Aryans white. We're saying the majority of people in that time period, and then the majority of people in the future will be yellow skin, so mostly Asian, I'm assuming, and then mostly black skin in the final. So notice we have those color skins now, and we dislike each other, hate each other. What? We're in a pool of people that are making up the full, complete human. So instead of trying to be separate, try to be united. I love you, we're the same. That's the law of one anyways, you love all. But you're not supposed to be against that color or that color. What? Come on, it's you. You're in the middle of a genetic experiment. You know? It breaks down. You've heard rumors of Atlantis. You think it's fake? Well, it's part of our history. You think Lemuria was fake? They can't find it? Yes. Kauai. Go to Kauai. You're in Lemuria. Go to England. You're in Atlantis. Part of the, and actually in Voyagers 2, Ashana shows you a map of the entire continent of Atlantis before it falls. And then you see what the map looks like after the fall. And then you mean the cataclysm. And then you will see that there's some islands left of Atlantis. So this is very important to know, because you can see what type of people or government or Illuminati or whatever come out of there. Oh, these are central powers of Atlantis. I mean, you could say Atlantis didn't finish, or we're in the progress, because Fourth Strand is really on the other side of the fence. You see where Fourth Strand is? Fourth Strand is beyond Earth. You're in Tara in Fourth Strand. Inner Earth is in Tara. Like it's Inner Earth, but it's like Tara. It's in 4D, like close to 4D, going into 4D. You're not there yet. Excuse me. So we're trying to go through this spiritual growth by learning this real history, your real identity, the macro, the micro, macrocosm, microcosm. Because with that memory again, with that understanding, you know who you are, you know what these beings are, you know a little bit more about what is ascension. So please sign up to this channel to learn more about spiritual awakening and this ascension. It's ascension. Kind of like rapture, but not really. It's not like the soul thing. I should make a video about soul, to be honest, because people keep saying the word soul, and it's understandable, but it's not exactly like this. We are consciousness that goes into different vibration. There's no soul there. You think yourself as being this, as some soul, but you're consciousness because you're consciousness. We're all consciousness. We're a 4D consciousness inside a 5D vehicle. This is like a car. I mean, you got a better one. It's called a Merkaba, but for now, this is our traveler. This is how we get around. It's a car, a vehicle. This is a vehicle for the 4th dimensional consciousness. So when that ascends, because it's not this is not ascending. This is 3D. You're gonna this is in the ground, in the dirt, 6 feet under. This is going somewhere. The consciousness, isn't it a few ounces? It weighs only a few ounces, right? It's going, it's going somewhere, and the body's not, because the body is this, and the spirit, the consciousness is there. It's kind of like, you would say, the ascended masters never left. They're still there, projected down here, or being projected down. You're a perfect mighty being projecting yourself down into the hologram. You're an immortal being. I'm not going to say you have goggles on, because it's not like that, but you're an eternal, blissful, joyous being. No distortion, no polarization. Eternal. And you come into a temporary experience in a hologram. You're perfect. There's no chosen people, because everyone's perfect. They just went into an illusion. Even the Inca, which I have a connection to, they say all of life is an illusion. Something like this, right? It's not real. It's not what you think. Well, it's because they're kind of like saying it's not a real world. It's like a hologram, like a virtual, like a. You wouldn't use this word. It's this billionaire. He talks about the simulation theory. It's not the simulation theory. Okay? Elon Musk. He talks about that. No, we're not talking about. I mean, you can compare it to the movie The Matrix with Keanu Reeves, but it's not exactly like that either. It's not this idea what Elon is trying to say, that we're just a simulation. It's not real. No, it's a hologram that makes up this illusion of fake physical by vibration, by oscillation. And there's things underneath in the code of the Matrix, you could say, morphogenetic fields. There's Keylon codes. They're making sacred geometry structure the fiber of particles. And then you have antiparticles, and then you have antimatter, and then you have, whoa. What's up? Yeah. Chimaka, yeah. Chimaka, Timasika, Sutamakai. Oh, Anichi, Swanakachi, Samachi, Pacheva, little mouse. Code, man. It flows. It transmits. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. If I had the drum circle again, that would be awesome, dude. I love the drum circle because it's like just another like a. It's another kind of like bilocating, somewhere. Mochiwa Amakai, and this is what I would use. This is my rattle, my main drum circle rattle. Oh yeah, so I keep it close to me. Looks like bone. Someone made this with great care. Well made, and it was given to me as a gift. It was one of my first drum circles too. And just gave it to me. Said think I should. You thought I should have it. More Kaye. Mokoye. So consciousness takes you on a spiritual journey, man. You go on a spiritual journey and you find You experience. You're like a witness. Your testimony. It's not a belief. It's not faith. It's a knowing. You experience it. And no, it's not just in your head. That's what others will say, or that's what they think or perceive. Makaya. It's a being that has no spiritual reference trying to understand. Usually that's translates to purging or a bad experience. Something not comfortable at least. Are you prepared to do an 8-hour those things called mushrooms? Are you prepared to last an 8-hour? Go on an 8-hour trip? Do you think you can handle staying in that state for 6 hours? How about 4? Because you can control it by dosage. Are you trying to do a heroic dose, they call it? What was that, 5 G's? 5 grams? Oh, no way! My system couldn't do that. I don't know. I've never done it. I don't want to do that. Dude, I'm cool with 1 gram. I'll try 1.5 maybe. But by the time I start getting to 2, I don't need to. What are you doing? Heroic. Now, for example, the DMT, that's another story. That was only 4 minutes, but it was like condensed version of an 8-hour thing in a few minutes. Real. That is freaking... I've only had it once. And the one time I did do it, it was freaking unbelievable. It was like clean. No uncomfortable or side effect. And it wasn't just me. Many people had this clean, like no bad vibe or bad problem. And it's just rushes this visions across. It did to me. Out of like 30 people, there was only one person that kind of didn't really experience much. What? Are you serious? Or something not as great as everyone else, But this is a journey. And a lot of parts of society and beliefs and religions and traditions are going to say it's wrong to alter your consciousness. Who does this serve? What does it do when you believe that? You say it's a drug or say it's this when... What are you talking about, man? Oh, that's right. You're not into consciousness. You go the science route only. You have no open mind to anything beyond a spirit. What? It's okay, guys. Just imagine if a bunch of negative people, when it's a cataclysm, how do you think a bunch of negative people are going to act in a cataclysm? Like, have you seen some movies? Everyone goes crazy, right? You go fear, death, survive, red chakra, survive, only red chakra, screaming red energy. Survive! Machiwa. No fear, you guys. It takes no fear. No fear. That's the false creed. You want fear? You gotta fear God or fear this or fear that. Have guilt, have subservience. No, you don't. You are practicing unity and loving all as one. Well, not everyone does that. There's billions of people who don't. There's a lot of dark beliefs. And to them, it's sacred to be suicidal. To them, it's sacred to be, wow, pretty horrible values some places, some beliefs. Pretty what? What? That's God? That's your God? No, not mine. God is not even in the... It's like... This is God. Not this. I am more than that. Realize what you are. This consciousness, a unified. How do you imagine the universe not unified? Or not part of the Creator, not part of all creation, not part of other universes, not part of other life? It's all coming from the same source. That's why we say God source or source God. Because it's the ultimate, you would say, origin of everything. Eventually, it all gets back to the ultimate. There really is kind of like a hierarchy. I mean, not like an authority type of Anunnaki hierarchy. I mean, as in consciousness, as in spirit, it really does get bigger and bigger and better. You would say less distorted. That's better, to be less distorted. It's better to be fully expanded to God, of course. We have to work our way up to that. When you see the context, without context, people are just like, blind. You don't see dimensions? How do you understand any of those ETs? How do you explain someone, an angel? I'll show you what an angel is. It's a being that has a greater consciousness and body. You're not carbon. You're not an incarnate. You're something much greater. And that potential is always there. And think of it this way. You know that someday you're going to get all of this straight. Someday you're going to become a perfected being and evolve, awaken, ascend. Eventually you'll get it right. Because mostly you're just doing this. Restart, forget. Restart, forget. Restart. No, stop that. No more restarting. Not an ascension cycle. That's the mechanics of a Stargate's opening, Stargate's closing. The mechanics are, Earth is going to go. She's going. And, well, now she's going. You didn't go with her. So, part of Earth fell into Phantom. So, some people have this path. Some people are going to go to the future of the Mavarians. And some people are going to Tara, or Inner Earth. So, there's three main paths, you guys. You're going to ascend and go somewhere nice, either one way or the second way, either Inner Earth or Tara. Or the third way is to go fall. In an ascension cycle, something must go one way or the other. It's happens in great periods of time. As you saw on that map, it's every 26,000. Well, one time cycle is 26,556 years. So there's ascension cycles at the beginning and the end of that. So we're in the middle of one. 2017 was the middle point of realize that those so-called ascension cycles last for thousands of years. So it's not like wow, like that. It's dawn, it's over. Wow, that was fast. There's an actual process. And she talks in Voyagers 2 about how there's a wave. There's a specific wave that happens. It's going through all the Merkaba. It happens through all the Merkaba. It comes all the way down. This wave, this ascension wave, comes all the way down from the highest gates, comes down. Have you seen a tree of life? The Kathara? You start from the bottom, 1, 2, right? 1. Let's look at the Kathara. Do I have a picture of it? Well, it's on my website. I mean, there's a small picture of it on my website. Yeah. This right here. Let me see if I could find a bigger, better picture. Anyways, it comes down like if you're going ascending, you go up, up. See 1D, 2D, 3D, 4D, 5D, 6D, 7D, 8D, 9D, 10, 11, 12. So life force comes in and does the opposite. It goes this way. You ascend out, and then life force comes in. It's coming in and feeding all the systems. And when you cut off 12, the dark beings cut off their 12th. They don't have this coming in from life force. They only have 11 and down. 11 and down. They're not with the Christos. They're anti-Christos. This is the choke point of darkness and good. Or you would say negative and positive. This is the connection where it starts. Everything down here. I mean, this is where, actually 11D is where there's no more. I mean, it's darkness, so. I want to make sure you guys can see that shit. Alright. We actually talked a lot of different concepts tonight. Life Monique. Miss Hort. Yeah. Yeah, the media is... did I switch it back already? Let me see. Yeah. Ah, thank you. It took me a while to create it. Let me go back for a moment just to... since she mentioned that. This is something that took me a long time when I first started Christos Avatar. I had to think of a graphic. And I am blue flame and violet flame. And on the violet flame, my strongest spirit guide has been the Pegasus. So I put the Pegasus in there. And then one of my other strong spirit guides is a deer. And notice the butterfly. Those are my 3 spirit guides, one of the few. And the other stuff is just part of who I am. Notice the staff. Notice the genie lamp, the magic, the lantern, the light, the crystals. Don't forget your third eye. Don't forget the Christos, 6-pointed star. And your aura, and it just in general nature and crystals and stuff. Don't forget, you can go to my TikTok. You can see I have 12,000 followers. And I want to show you guys something. Look at how I was doing. 2,000, 1,000, 3,000, 3,000. And then suddenly they stopped doing that. There's a shadow ban or something. It just stopped. Right after this day right here. I was trying to upload this one, which is a different version of my big one. 44,000. See, 44,000 people. So I think maybe that's why they shadow banned me. I don't know. Doesn't make sense. But now I get hardly any views. Maybe that will be temporary. I don't know. I know that TikTok does this though. I'm also on Instagram. I want you guys to know that. Wait. You can click. I don't have it on my website. Dang. But it's in the video. If you look in my video, you get a link to my Instagram. Maybe I can just type it in. Yeah, this is my Instagram, which is new, and that's why I just want to show you though, it has potential, because even on here I'm getting a few lucky, like this one had 10,000. What the hell? Why? I don't know why. It just had 10,000, and this one has 2,000, and So while TikTok sucks, at least I have this showing potential, but only 83 followers so far. So if you guys have Instagram, come visit me there if you want. Machiwa Stuka, yeah. How you guys doing? We kind of like went over the map today. That's okay. We learned some things about spiritual growth. And I did make a video about spiritual journey today. Check that out. And I didn't get to make any shorts today. I was too busy making this other video. Now I gotta make another short tomorrow. I love you guys. I'll let you go for now, but thank you so much for spending time with me. You know I'm here every night, right? So come again. Check out my videos in the meantime. Learn some stuff. Yeah, 1.5 is not too bad, but I don't see anything noticeable yet. I think when I get to like 2,500, 3,000, 5,000 for sure, I think it's going to be very noticeable. It'll be obvious by then. It's a numbers game. Think about it. If there's 1,500 followers and only like, let's say 12 regulars, I mean like an average of 12 people, well, damn, 12 people out of 1,500. There's still a ways to go. It's like not all people must not put the notification, they only see some of my videos come out. Oh, I love you. You're so sweet, Miss Horde. Thank you. Yeah, I'll be here tomorrow. See you guys. And you guys are nice to each other. We're trying to have a positive community. Thank you for being nice. And I want to apologize if I jumped on anyone when he was talking about. I made a mistake, you guys. He was talking about, chosen ones. I kind of like went too far, so I just want to apologize for that. I have to understand. I should hear someone out. I didn't hear you out. I could have heard you out. I just saw you start talking all of a sudden about yourself. When people talk about themselves and start saying, I'm this and I'm that and I'm a chosen one, it usually is not good, but I didn't give you a chance, so I'm sorry. I apologize. And we got to be mindful. That's one of the, if you guys saw the positive creed, one of them is mindfulness. We got to be mindful. More mindful. And I'm also learning too, so. And I love you guys. Thank you for being here. And we'll have a great live tomorrow, I'm sure. Peace. Love. I can let something come through for a moment. And then I'll gently let go. It's about listening and seeing. Listen or pause and wait for something to see or hear. Your higher self. We're talking about our higher self. It's us. It's me. I am that in the future, but that is now too. It's in the future, but now. And you can connect to that now. You can connect to that future now. Okay. So when you pause, you're waiting to see something from your future talk to you. You'll see something. You will feel something. If you listen. Listen and wait to see. See and listen. See and listen in silence. See what appears. See what you hear. You try to let go any of your wandering thoughts. You get better and better at quieting your mind. You want to quiet your mind. Slow it down. Pause. You're not trying to be a vegetable. You're trying to stop this out of control thoughts. Because they're out of control. You hear them. They're not stopping when you at command. You can't stop your thoughts at command. It's not like a light switch. It takes discipline. It takes practice. As soon as you say, I can't meditate, well, you said it. It's a spell. You said you can't. Now you can. It's a hex. You prevented yourself because you put a limit. Don't put a hex. Don't put a limit. Try and practice. Don't be a wimp. Come on. You're not going to die from trying to meditate. You're not going to die from trying to clear your thoughts. Try to clear your thoughts. And look, you guys. This is what you might have to do. Starting now. Okay. Starting now. That was better. Come on. Starting now. No thoughts, no thoughts, no thoughts, no thoughts. Okay, that was like 2 seconds. Alright, come on. We can do this again. Think about nothing. Nothing. What you guys do, breathe inward slowly and outward slowly. You don't have to hold your breath. Double the amount of time you breathe. Like, let's say you breathe like this normally. Well, double it. Go like this now. Triple it. Now do this. Can you quadruple it? Can you quintuple it? Quintuple it. It doesn't happen overnight. Practice it. Practice it for 1 second. Practice it for 6 seconds. 12 seconds. You practice. It's called practice. You practice. Train. It's uncomfortable? You practice. Does doing push-ups and lifting weights uncomfortable? Yeah. But you practice. So practice. It's going to be uncomfortable to stop your thoughts. It's hard to stop your thoughts. It's not easy. It's not a light switch to stop your thoughts. Hey, if you've already can stop your thoughts, yeah. Not everybody can. Your goal is to stop your thoughts 1 second at a time. Go for 1 second. Go for a couple seconds. Go for 3 seconds. You can do it. You can do it. Eventually you'll be going like a champ. See, you know how to inhale, you know how to exhale, you do a mudra maybe. This is energy. That's different energy. Now it's different. That's different finger, that's different finger. No, here's a mudra. Here's one mudra. So you're doing mudras, you're doing breath work, you're doing your posture better. Make it better. Try to improve it. You don't do this overnight. No, maybe you're like this. Well, try to do this for... Do you have a stopwatch? Your phone, this is a supercomputer. Get a stopwatch going, and now see how long you can do it. How long can you have your back straight? How long can you inhale? How long can you do this? How long can you do that? Well, check. Practice. Train. You get good and practice. Check yourself in a month. Check yourself in a few months. Wow, look at that progress. Pretty soon you're going to be going out of your body. Pretty soon you're going to have, lucid dreams. Was that a dream? My last tip for today, if you meditate, Do this. Try this. Do this. Not that much. Do a little bit. Just do a little bit. Watch. You have a different feeling. It's a different meditation. Just by smiling a tiny bit. With the mudra. With different breathing. See, it's something you do. You do something to grow this and to grow this. You don't just be, na 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 na. I'm just gonna be good and I'm gonna ascend. I'm going to 5D. Namaste, Maso. Namaste, holy ones. I'll quote you.